Hello there. Hello there, Wine Dorito posters. What's up? Are you saying crunchy and tasty and park and cheese? Alright, let's go over some random ideas, shall we? One, a paper world that is under attack by a menace that is a monstrous phantom bearing a giant pair of scissors. No, it's in scissors from Devil May Cry. Oh no! That kind of reminds me of, the Origami King. Well, maybe just a little bit. A clown martial artist fight with a pair of boxing gloves and has a sinister smiling face on it. Sinister smiling mask on his face. Now knows. Alright now. A raft that resembles a waffle fry sailing across a sea of ketchup. Yo, we need to make that like a thing in the realm of food, yeah. Yeah, we could have like a, realm that's like based on like fast food and, we could go right through it, to the vegetable empire. Yeah. A strange being that resembles a cut-up orange with a round body and arms and legs and head that is made up of slices of oranges. Oh, hey, I think I know what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like the appling from, Bravely Second, yeah. Only it's like orange slices, yeah. Alright, you guys should look up the appling, from Bravely Second, by the way. Yeah, I kind of wish they were, also remastering, Bravely Second as well. I heard about the, Bravely Default, remaster. I'm kind of like on the fence about that, to be honest, because, I think Bravely Default 1 is not really that good of a game. Which I'm just, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, I'm sorry. Alright, now. Yeah, Bravely Second is much better, I think. A girl that is raised in a jungle by monkeys and as a result has a monkey-like tail and the ability to communicate with animals. Ooh, female Tarzan, yeah. Alright, now. A mechanical cheetah that has the ability to run over 700 miles per hour and can even cross the entire ocean with its running gait. Yo! Yeah, we need to build a super cheetah. Maybe then it'll be an actual efficient predator. Yeah, because cheetahs, are very fast and all that, but, they're not exactly the top tier predator of, their own country. They're, they're part of the world, yeah. They're pretty cool. I think they were pretty cool when I saw them at the zoo, though. Granted, zoos do basically kidnap animals from the wild. Alright, now, next idea. A small slimy creature that resembles a human girl and a snail. It is slow and easygoing. She is slow and easygoing by nature and highly curious. Oh, that looks, very cute. That's so cute. We could, have her in like a garden world and, hang out with her, yeah. A witch clothed in black and with a silver tiara on her head that rides on a giant black bat. Yo, we can have that be like a Fire Emblem unit. Yeah. Yeah, just have a flying spellcaster unit that rides on a giant bat. Yeah. I mean, they did, do a giant eagle before. Yeah, of course, the most, popular flying units are probably the Wyvern units and, the Pegasus Knights. I always like the Malignite. although, for obvious reasons, because it's Camilla. Anyway, next idea. A friendly mechanized saw with a wind-up on her head that resembles a young girl. She is friendly, easygoing, likes to play, especially with young children. Oh, that kind of reminds me of, that one doll monster and, Knights of Azure, that in the first one. Yeah, sadly a lot of them are pretty hostile. A strange insect that resembles different kinds of fruit with disembodied fly wings attached to it. It can be eaten like a normal fruit, too. They're fruit flies. Yeah. Oh, pun. Nice, I like that. I like that. That sounds, very funny. I like that. Let's put that in. A magician and scientist who put the soul of his dearly departed daughter into a mechanical doll body to give her another lease on life. That kind of reminds me of, the Caparella play. Wow, kind of a little bit. Maybe just a little bit, but, not quite. A dragon girl that resembles a black dragon and has black dragon scales going up her legs and sides of her chest and breasts and on her arms. And on her arms it has dark gray upright horns on her head and black wings like a dragon. Yo, this looks, that sounds super sexy. I like that. Alright, now. Anyway, yeah. Kind of like, having Red Ice Black Dragon as a waifu. if Joey Wheeler were a little more like Kaiba, he'd probably, have a wife that heists like dragon. Anyway, I'll see you later. Remember to fly like Bat and shine like the moon, for we are stuff dreams are made of. Goodbye.